To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you.
Hug your babies tight, and you don't know when the last time you get to do it.
I have compassion for every human being. This is not, I want to make this very clear. This is not a race issue. This is not a black and white issue. I don't want someone stepping up on a soapbox trying to politicize this.
It was a rainy, dreary morning, April 2nd, 2025, in Frisco, Texas, a day that the families of Austin Metcalf and Karmelo Anthony desperately wished they could take back. What a devastating tragedy that many of you know by now. Two families, two futures forever changed. I hesitated in covering this story, which happened not too far from our North Plano studio. However, I immediately saw the hateful rhetoric following widespread coverage of the sobbing, heartbroken mother of Austin Metcalf. I agree with the Metcalf family, especially the dad, who warned people not to make this a race issue. But given the history of journalism in this country, that plea fell on deaf ears. People with the Klansman mentality took a page from their forefathers' books over 100 years ago, ready to bypass the court system, and those who know Black history know the rest. They were especially angry at Collin County Judge Angela Tucker, a sister, forcing her to shut down her social media page after reducing his bond to $250,000. So for those who don't know true Black history, this is why a lot of brothers and sisters are showing support for the Anthony family. They're not dismissing the loss of Austin Metcalf. They just know how this nation has circumvented the legal system to snatch up brothers in trees. Other than that, fortunately, today's legal system right here in Collin County is allowing the case to go forward without resulting in strange fruit in the tree, and you know what I mean by that. This is not an attempt to take sides at all. And my thoughts and prayers indeed go to the Metcalf family for their senseless loss. And my same thoughts and prayers go to the Anthony family, who has to cope with the loss of their son's once promising future. This is the story of Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, two bright, promising young athletic men. One is charged with taking a life. The other is laid to rest. Questions still remain about exactly what happened in that heated exchange before the fateful stabbing.
Within the past hour, 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony has been released from the Collin County Jail after posting bond. A judge reduced his bond this morning from $1 million to $250,000. He's facing a murder charge after police say he stabbed another teenager, Austin Metcalf, while at a track meet at a Frisco high school.
Karmelo Anthony, 17 years old, described as a hardworking honor student and athlete with a 3.7 GPA, captain of both the football and track teams, and aspirations for a future in college that hangs in the balance now.
To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you. To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Austin Metcalf, also very smart, 3.7, 4.0, a leader, a twin brother, and a beloved son. His teammates and friends describe him as the heart of the team, someone who lifted others up and bonded them together.
My boys are the biggest blessing in my life. God provided them to me. God's going to get me through this. I had a dream last night, and Austin came to me and said, I'm okay. It gives me peace. Doesn't mean I don't hurt, but it gives me great peace. Austin was an outstanding athlete, person, friend, loyal, loving. He would light up the room. He was such a leader naturally. On that team, he would fire those guys up.
As Karmelo Anthony faces legal proceedings for the stabbing of Austin Metcalf, The community grapples with difficult questions. Social media accusations, harassment, and misinformation fuel the fire of division, leaving both families asking for peace and justice. Yes, Karmelo Anthony should not have used that knife in the first place, regardless of Austin putting hands on him. It was much better to take a risk with hand-to-hand combat, or even better, just to walk away to another tent to escape the rain, assuming that was the pretext for him finding cover under the ill-fated tent in the first place. Did Austin ask Karmelo in a nice way to please leave the tent, or was he immediately angry with a threatening posture? Only the surviving twin and Karmelo can answer that. But my hunch is that given that more than one witness alleged that Austin went hands-on first, that would suggest he did not choose the nice, polite approach to asking Karmelo to leave. And keep in mind, the stadium is public property and no one owns the bleachers. The tents are a courtesy, not a right. I personally would not have sat there given it belonged to a rival school. But then again, it was raining, and the signage is on top of the tent. If he was rushing to find cover, Karmelo may have overlooked that fact. Who knows? I wish cooler heads had prevailed and Karmelo just walked away and Austin didn't initiate physical contact. This is where young people can learn from older, more mature adults.
Americans, fight!
Hey Jeff, it's Jake Lang here.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Jeff, first of all, my entire heart rests in your hands. I would be in my position, not even as somebody even knew your son, but somebody that shares the same understanding. I grew up as a 17-year-old young white man too, and I grew up in fear of my life around black people because they were killing and robbing people around me all the time. And I don't understand, as I was a father, you could sit idly by and not condemn the culture that killed your son. There is an epidemic problem in this country, and your voice could be one of the loudest voices in this country, but you've chosen to recoil out of fear and continue the suppression. Why will you not stand with me and with the rest of the people? We're not calling for racial divide. We're not calling for hatred. We're saying 350,000 attacks on white people by black people a year in this country is wrong. Why can't you stand that and say with that? Maybe you can. Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference or in an individual interview and talk about this issue that is larger than Austin at this point? God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been one of our strongest voices if he was still alive today.
Are you done?
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, my turn to speak. You are part of the problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any...
That's called white guilt.
No, let it talk. But my son, let me finish. I give you your time. You take my son's face off your website. I am not associated with you.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir.
We have endured death threats. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what may happen to her. And let me be clear, the claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false.
Austin's father, Jet Metcalf's unannounced appearance at Karmelo Anthony's press conference stirred further controversy, highlighting the raw emotions of both families. Cops eventually escorted him out. This case is not just about two lives, it's about a community navigating grief, justice, and the lessons of a single, tragic mourning. So what do you think the community can do to move forward from this tragedy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as we follow the latest developments in this local case that has gone worldwide and explore stories that shape our world. Until the next video, brothers and sisters, take care.